Good morning, Southern California, AM 1220 KHTS. I'm with Mark. Mark's from Mayo Dental. Mark, will you help me with his last name so I get it right?
Teheri.
Teheri. What lovely name. Now, you're from the East Coast,
right.
So this weather's pretty good right now, isn't it?
It's amazing, especially today. It's wonderful.
So you're a dentist and you graduated from New York, NYU, right?
NYU, yeah.
And so tell me more about your education.
Well, I did my undergrad in UC Irvine, and I went to school in the East Coast, New York University, and did my residency and everything over there. And I came out here. I did I worked a few years. I worked in Beverly Hills. I worked in several offices out here in the Southern California region. And I just set up my office in Valencia.
How did you pick Santa Clarita?
I was always coming over here, just I have family and whatnot. I would always visit, and I like the community. The people out here are genuine and they're nice, they're friendly. A lot of families, and I like that. So I did. I chose this location, out of every place. I thought this was, where I wanted to end up at, live and raise my kids here. So
yeah, it's a great place. I born and raised here. With a short stint away from here. So you picked a great place to practice. So tell me about the kind of practice you have. Cosmetic dentistry. What is cosmetic dentistry?
Cosmetic dentistry, pretty much, people who have any kind of problems with their front teeth, includes, their anteriors, which are the fronts, anything from, fillings, cavities or whatnot. We don't do any amalgams. We don't do any, silver metal fillings. We try to go with the composites with the best material. And
so that it matches.
It matches. Everything has
when
to
I was
match.
A kid, it was always fillings that you had that didn't match.
Right.
Yeah.
We try to
Silver.
make it seamless.
Right.
Everything, from, top to bottom. It has to be very natural. It has to come out perfect. And, that's my motto. Whenever I do anything, I want it to look perfect.
Let's talk about preventive care. How often should you go to the dentist to get a cleaning and checkup?
Well, it depends. If you're someone who has doesn't have any kind of periodontal disease, every 6 months, come in for just a checkup. Have me or the hygienist take a look, see if everything is okay. Now, if you do have periodontal disease, if you have pockets in your mouth, we want to see you every 3 months, and just evaluate your situation and see if you're doing well, or if you need any kind of surgical treatment. So. And
when it comes to insurance. A lot of times insurance pays part or a portion of it. Normally, are cleanings covered?
Cleanings are normally X-ray exam, preventive covering, exactly. Cleaning, deep cleaning, all that stuff is covered with insurance. As a first-time patient, we try to work with you, with the copays and whatnot. We try to get you, in and out, with no hassle, and get you verified prior to coming in, even. So, once you're in, you just, you're thinking, your teeth, as opposed to money and financial situations.
Sure. What are some of when looking for a dentist? What are some advice you give people when it comes to finding the dentist that's right for them?
You know what? A few years ago, I had a traumatic accident myself. I broke all my front teeth. I did that, and
your teeth look great, by the way.
Thank you.
I would have never known.
Yeah. So pretty much I went through the same situation. So I put myself in the shoe of the concerned client. And it's very tough. You walk into a new dental practice and you don't know what's going on, and sometimes people don't do their research or whatnot. It becomes tough. What I did was I did go to several. I interviewed several doctors. I walked in. I made sure that I spent the time with me to explain to me what's what. Although I knew all the answers, I was just looking for the right answers. I was looking to see what they're going to say to me. How are they going to treat my case? How are they going to what results are they expecting? You want to interview the doctor. You just don't want to walk into a practice and say, hey, I have this, and go ahead and fix it, because that's not the way I work. And frankly, I mean, you really should do your research and interview the doctor. Treat it like an interview. Treat it like as if you're hiring a contractor for your place. So
yeah, referrals, and also I like what's their bedside manner like?
Bedside manner. I mean, you got to sit. You got to listen to the patient. You got to spend enough time. Sit there, listen to the patient. Make sure that you and that patient are on the same page. As far as expectations go with the treatment. So
yeah, very good. Well, those that want to reach you, how can they reach out and get a hold of you?
My practice name is Mayo Dental. It's on Tournament Road, 25864 Tournament Road, and you may reach me at 661-291-6500. That's
one more time.
That's 661-291-6500.
Now, when they're listening on the air, that's why we have to repeat it twice, right?
Right.
But when you're listening online, you can rewind it a little bit. So, and again, you're on what street?
on Tournament Road. It's 25864 Tournament Road. It's called Mayo Dental. We're right down a block from Henry Mayo Hospital.
Right. Well, thank you very much for coming in.
Of course,
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it. My pleasure.
Yes, thank you for your support of the Santa Cruz Valley Chamber of Commerce.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed this edition of the Santa Cruz Valley Chamber of Commerce Business Spotlight on AM 1220 KHTS.